Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So this video is going to be all about how much money do you need to trade full time and the implications of when you make that jump. The information in this video is very surprising, and I really do suggest that if you're thinking about trading and trading for a living, that you see this video out and you understand and just really comprehend what will happen if you add or take away money to your trading account. So this is a baseline set of results, okay, that I've got from backtested data. So just to give you some background, right, this strategy is always a 2-to-1, and I've just listed the outcome as wins or losses. So all the losses are going to be a 1.5% loss, and all the wins are a 3% gain. Okay, all the time, because it's just a 2-to-1 all the time. Okay, so a very standard baseline test, and all the data that I've got. So I've got 5 different spreadsheets that I'm going to be showing you, and they've all got the same data. They've all taken the same trades, I should say. However, some of them have got different starting balances. Some of them take money out of the account, and some of them add money into the account. Just to give you some breakdown on the test period and all the rest of it, just some basic information. So the test period that this is tested between is January 17 to December 20. Okay, so 4 years worth of data, right, with a total of 573 trades, right, 259 of them being wins, 314 of them being losses. So this system has got a 45% win rate. Okay, so it loses more than it wins, right, but that's just the nature of the system, and on average it wins twice as much as it loses. And so obviously that's all we need to know about the system. So this is the spreadsheet that just has a 10 grand start balance, right, and it has again just a 1.5% risk, 3% gain. And we're not withdrawing any money from this account, and we're not adding any money to this account. So as you can see, at the end of the 4-year period, we get a very respectable total balance of £209,000 on our control. Okay, so again, our control, we're not adding to it, we're not taking away, this is a control. So this next sheet is basically starting with a 10 grand account, right? A 9 grand account, sorry. So actually, let's just change our control over to 9,000, right? We're 9,000, right? So you can see 188. It doesn't really matter what our control is, right? At the end of the day, the control is a control. We're not adding, we're not taking away. That's not the point. The point isn't what the start balance is, right? So this account, if we start with a 10 grand account, okay, and on this system we want to withdraw £1,000 out every month for ourselves to live on, right? So £1,000 every month. As you can see, we get to zero very quickly, right? So it actually hits zero after about 149 trades. So after about a year, our trading account would be on zero. So obviously having this information is going to give you a very good grasp on how much you actually need to comfortably grow a trading account and live off the returns based on your backtesting results, which is why backtesting is so important. So if you don't understand backtesting, you don't know how to do it, check out my most recent video on backtesting, and it will, you know, that is really going to help you, I can assure you. So is starting with a 9 grand account, okay, exactly the same system as our control, and our control ends up with nearly 200 grand, right, on a 9 grand account balance. We take £1,000 out every month. We make it about a year and we run out of money, okay? So now I just want to show you the difference between adding money to an account and then taking away money to an account. Exactly the same data, exactly the same test period, right? Apart from the only difference is that we're going to be adding money rather than taking money away, right? So this we actually don't even start with a 9 grand account. We start with a 3 grand account, because I just wanted to show you how little money you need to start with if you're adding money to the account. So this, we start with a 2/3 less capital, right? Starting with 3 grand, and we actually end up with 416 £1,000, right? Exactly the same risk, exactly the same profit, exactly the same time period, apart from every month we're adding £1,000 into the account, right? Every single month we're adding £1,000 into the account. And in fact, this is actually less than £1,000 because I was actually rounding it down. Okay, so each one of these is actually less than £1,000, right? So you can see the difference between the balances, right? And this isn't even, this is starting with less capital. Okay, so let's actually now change our control to 3,000 first of all. So if we didn't add any money to our account, look, £62,000, right? If we didn't add any money, if we add £1,000 every month, we get to £400,000. So again, a significant difference between adding money into our account every month, starting at the same balance. So if we now go back to our control, right, this is our control, and we change this to 20,000, you can see that we get to 400, again, about 400 grand, right? Not adding any money in, not taking any money away. But if we was to add £1,000 every month into our account, we then get to £768,000. Okay, exactly the same data as the control, so nearly double. Just by adding into our account every single month, adding money into our account every single month. The difference that it makes to your account balance. So what would happen if we started with 20 grand and we want to take out £1,000 every month? Starting with 20 grand, okay, exactly the same risk, exactly the same profit, taking away £1,000 now every month, you can see that over a 4-year period, we end up with £33,000. So over a 4-year period with this system, if we've got starting with a £20,000 account and we want to withdraw for ourselves £1,000 every month, we're going to be able to do that. However, our account is going to grow significantly less, right? This is exactly the same data, exactly the same time period. We get about, what's that? I don't know, a 50% gain on our account over 4 years, but we get to withdraw £1,000 every month. So if you can put money into your trading account rather than withdraw it, you're talking about a substantial difference. So, alright, so I hope that gives you some clarity on trading for a living, how much money you're going to need if you want to trade for a living. Right, obviously this again is the importance of having back-tested data so that you can then input all your own figures into here, how much money you've got to start with, how much money you want to withdraw, how much, what it's going to do to your trading account, right, so on and so forth, based on the past data to give yourself the best possible projections for the future. And obviously to give yourself realistic expectations. So I really hope you got value from the video. If you did, give us a like, subscribe to the channel for similar content, and wherever you are on your trading journey, I hope you have a good week, and I'll see you on the next one.